It's just amazing right now, you know. Real honest dedication, man, and real honest commitment right now. You know what I'm saying? Just real honest and dedicated commitment right now. You know, as I sit here right now, I just think about when I first started Plug Nation Inc. and why I started Plug Nation Inc. You know, and the whole purpose of me doing it. You know, I was just in a weird space at the time. You know, I stepped away from doing what I love to do best, man, was doing community work, writing grants and facilitating youth programs, creating youth programs. It's some of the things I love doing, you know? But one thing that I have learned doing community work is that when you're doing work in your community, man, you tend to lose your voice when you gotta work under policies and organizations, and there's nothing wrong with that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's really nothing wrong with it, but that's some of the reasons and the purpose behind Plug Nation Inc. in real time. You know, I stepped away from doing the community work, but in truth, I never really stepped away. I just truly stepped away from like friendships. I stepped away from politics. I stepped away from individuals that I believe that just wasn't betting on anyone else other than themselves, you know? And at that time, I was just really just saying to myself, man, like, you just gotta have your own voice. You just gotta have something different. And I'm sitting here, and it's 3 years later. Plug Nation Inc. started July 4th, 2020. And I'm looking at all the stuff that, look at this right here. You see this? These is all the first ideas and the stuff that created Plug Nation Inc. And I'm looking at this stuff. I'm gonna put all this stuff in the frame, but you see this stuff? 3 years ago, old Plug Nation, this is Plug Nation Inc. Right here in my hands is Plug Nation Inc. You wanna see some of the things right there. The mission statement, the mission statement, you see this? Let me tell you right now, the mission statement that I wrote this was before anything was made. There was no Plug Nation Inc. There was no vision. People thought I was done. It was over. Like, nah. Listen, on this paper right here is what I wrote. Plug Nation Inc. is a social organization that is independently driven by the individuals that have an investment in themselves, in their families, and most importantly, our community. Most importantly, our community. We are the ones that's building a bridge connection with the other like-minded individuals, making sure that everyone become the sources of their own resources, leading ultimately for everyone to be independently owned, independently operated, and independently funded by themselves in real time. That's what I wrote. Plug Nation Inc. is the voice of the people, is the voice of our youth. This is what Plug Nation Inc. represent. So, all the stuff that I wrote here, what Plug Nation Inc. was gonna help. Plug Nation Inc. will help people create and implement successful marketing strategies. The whole goal is to convert a target population into sales, into traffic, to improve their business and their brand in real time. That's the early writings. That's the mission. If I'm like, let me know. We will help people conduct marketing research to determine their target population's need, wants, habits, interests, and all the other relevant factors that will help people create successful marketing campaign to improve their business and their brand in real time. Listen, man, this is what Plug Nation Inc. And now you're looking at Plug Nation Inc. 3 years later. Do you think I'm off? Do you think I'm off? Do you think I'm missing anything? All members that support Plug Nation Inc. should agree on the way that success will be measured and reported with a different list of common indicators that will identify who's successful and who's not successful in our community in real time. Because when I wrote that, I watched a lot of people that we believe is successful because they're around people that you believe is successful. And I want to make sure that through my business, through my brand, that I'm recognizing the real successful people. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Most of the real successful people don't drive Benzes and don't wear all the jewelry, don't wear all that designer. So we don't never recognize them. We try to wipe their history. But the truth is that we gon' recognize the individuals that's in our community that is successful. We gon' recognize these coaches. We gon' recognize these mentors. We gon' recognize the real community advocate that recognize history and that can tell the truth about how it started, where you came from, where your ideas came from, where the mission came from. You know what I'm saying? Everything came from somewhere, but we as a culture, we rob ourselves of our own history, but stand up and talk to somebody else about history. That ain't what Plug Nation is gonna represent. We doing something different. I know that I'm on point. You know what I'm saying? All members that support Plug Nation Inc. must share vision of change and growth and financial freedom, but that will only include us having a common understanding of the approaches and the problems that need to be addressed and how to address it. That's a little bit different. I tighten that up though. I'm just reading that right now. I would say all members, you got to share vision for change and growth, and you got to want that financial freedom. But the only way to get that is for us to have a common understanding of the issues and the problems and the joint approaches that we gonna take to solving some of these issues on these agreed upon things. You understand? That's the vibe. You know, I'm just vibing here, man. I'm just going through the whole Plug Nation joint, bro. The Plug Nation joint is crazy. The Plug Nation joint is crazy. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Let me see. Let me see. The purpose of me building this Plug Nation as a collective is to impact my community through my collaboration and the approach to solving some of the issues that I believe that's been impacting my neighborhoods, my community in real time. And those issues are social issues. We know that in real time when I created Plug Nation Inc., we had social issues back then. When I was doing my job and I was running the not-for-profits and I was working in these agencies and I was doing this stuff, a lot of people called me all the time about how to get connected to young people. We know that our young people is having the social issues. We know that they don't know how to communicate properly. We know that they don't know no conflict resolution. We know that they struggle socially. We understand that. We want to help to improve that through our collaboration and our approach. We know that we have environmental issues. We know that. When I designed Plug Nation Inc., it was designed to address and solve some of the things that I believe that was impacting our young people. We know that we have environmental issues in our communities. When you go into the stewards' bathrooms, you see blood and needles. When you go into the park, you see needles and blood. We know that we have environmental issues in our community. These are the things that we need to address. These are the things that I was hoping that Plug Nation would address 3 years ago. These are some of those things. I was hoping that after building Plug Nation Inc., that I would be able to address these things on a macro level, not a micro level where everyone has always been. Nobody has gotten to the macro level. People might believe that they did, but you haven't changed policies. You haven't enacted or impacted everyone as yet, so it haven't happened. This would only happen with like-minded individuals using our own resources and our collective understanding of the issues. The things I was talking about is what I'm talking about. The things that I sat down and I wrote on these papers is the things that I truly believed that any community needed. It's not even about where I live. It's not even about where I'm from. It's not about none of that. I could move to another place. I'm going to do this there. It doesn't matter. It's who you are that matters. We get positions and titles misconstrued with the truth. And the truth is, some of us are the ones. And some of us are the ones to help the ones. You know what I'm saying? It's just really the truth. When I was building the Plug Nation was talking to young people, helping young people, making young people understand that if they don't heal from the things that hurt them, they will bleed and forever bleed on the people that was trying to support them. I want people to really understand when you're looking at Plug Nation Inc., you're looking at a real support system. You know, everything that I do here, I really and truly try to just help somebody else other than myself because I believe that's where I will receive my own blessings. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in getting blessings before you bless. You know what I'm saying? I believe that. I believe that it's like getting roses. You can't be the one tooting your own horn talking about you should get roses. There should be individuals out there speaking your name, saying that you should get roses. This is more like a conversation with myself of what 3 years of Plug Nation look like, making sure that my message and my narrative is still in the same direction, is still consistent, and what we designed Plug Nation Inc. to do, it's actually doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope, man. It's dope, man. I'm hoping that when people log into what we got going on right now, that they see that we pushing for more collaborations, less competition. You know what I'm saying? We need to look at what's really going on around us. We need to start making our own decisions. We need to stop being influenced by the other people's emotions and other people's issues that surround us in real time. It's time for us to stand up, put our big boy pants on, put our big boy shoes on, and go outside and do the things that we say that we gonna do. No interruptions, no sidetracking. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about. You know what I mean? Look, 3 years ago, some of the other things, when I was talking about some of the services that Plug Nation will be able to help people when I got started with Plug Nation. So helping people build their own media company, strategy planning, account profile creation and branding, content creation, content publishing, education and consulting, campaign and community management. That's what we do in real time, and we still doing it. In real time, we still doing that. Develop content strategies, create engaging posts, pre-schedule content for multiple channels. Crazy. Look at all that. So, you know, I just took the time to use the same things that I was talking about, the same things that I was promoting, the same things I was letting everybody else know. I just took the time to use all of those ideas, all of that stuff on my own business and brand. So now people could see that the stuff that I'm talking about, it works. We 3 years in, almost 83,000 followers in real time. YouTube got over 3,300 followers. Instagram is doing awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like in real time, like we have definitely did the things that we set out to accomplish. And I want to thank everybody that's on my platform. I want to thank everybody that ever helped me. I want to thank everybody that ever supported me. I want to thank everybody that even just gave me a positive word of encouragement in real time. You know what I'm saying? All of it matters and all of it counted in real time. You know what I'm saying? Trying to create something from scratch ain't easy. All the people out there that ever created something or that's trying to create something, you understand what creating is. You know what I mean? So I wish you guys the best of luck. I wish everybody, man, to continue, man, chase greatness and do the things that you say you're gonna do, no matter the roadblocks, no matter the stumbling blocks, no matter the missing friendships. Don't worry about it. Steady the course, steady the path. Everything that you ever wanted is right behind what is called hard work. You feel me? So 3 years later, people, we here, we out, man. I want to thank everybody that's always showing love and support, man. Thanks a lot. Real time. Plug Nation Inc. You heard?